electric, but the ember in my chest keeps burning. Cold in the block, but the warmth in my stride keeps turning. Pressure in the steel, but the glow in my tone keeps churning. Night on my back, but the fire in my breath keeps learning. Shadow in the gate, but the heat in my bones keeps yearning. Cold tries calling, but the rise in my soul keeps returning. Frost in the air, but the glow in my chest keeps burning. Ember glow pulse through the broken rail. Heat in my breath when the shadows fail. Glow in my chest when the frost turns pale. Rise in my tone when the cold exhales. Warm light spark when the steel unveils. Glow in my bones when the night prevails. Heat in my voice when the dark details. But the warmth in my stand stays steady. Night in the air, but the glow in my mind stays ready. Pressure in the block, but the rise in my tone feels heavy. Frost in the path, but the heat in my chest feels steady. Shadow in the rail, but the glow in my breath feels heady. Cold tries freezing, but the warmth in my bones says steady. Night tries closing, but the rise in my soul says ready. Ember glow pulse through the broken rail. Heat in my breath when the shadows fail. Glow in my chest when the frost turns pale. Rise in my tongue when the cold exhales. Warm light spark when the steel unveils. Glow in my bones when the night prevails. Heat in my voice when the dark details. Creeping, but the warmth in my stride keeps bending. Night tries pulling, but the glow in my eyes keeps sending. Pressure in the block, but the rise in my will keeps trending. Frost in the gate, but the heat in my core keeps blending. Shadow in the rail, but the warmth in my breath keeps lending. Cold in the air, but the glow in my chest keeps mending. In the path, but the rise in my soul keeps ascending. Ember glow pulse through the broken rail. Heat in my breath when the shadows fail. Glow in my chest when the frost turns pale. Rise in my tone when the cold exhales. Warm light spark when the steel unveils. Glow in my bones when the night prevails. Heat in my voice when the dark details. But the warmth in my breath keeps climbing. Night in the gate, but the glow in my chest keeps timing. Pressure in the steel, but the rise in my tone keeps rhyming. Frost in the air, but the heat in my bones keeps shining. Shadow in the path, but the warmth in my voice keeps binding. Cold tries freezing, but the glow in my soul keeps finding. Tries closing, but the rise in my core keeps grinding. Ember glow pulse through the broken rail. Heat in my breath when the shadows fail. Glow in my chest when the frost turns pale. Rise in my tone when the cold exhales. Warmth light spark when the steel unveils. Glow in my bones when the night prevails. Heat in my voice when the dark details. Looking on the rail, but the ember in my breath keeps cutting bright. In the gate, but the glow in my chest keeps shifting light. Pressure in the steel, but the rise in my tone keeps taking height. Shadow in the block, but the spark in my bones keeps burning right. Night in the air, but the heat in my voice keeps holding tight. Frost on the rail, but the fire in my core keeps shining white. Dark in the path, but the pulse in my soul keeps igniting now.